Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Junior Pro Talk. This one's going to be a little bit different. It's only me and Roy Boy today hanging out because Jonathan's in Kansas, hunting some big bucks with the Full Draw Adventure crew. Will's actually at a funeral, and my sister's doing busy stuff in college. So me and Roy are the only ones that were able to get together tonight. Actually, we were trying to get together the past couple nights, but just busy conflict and stuff. And that brings me to the next point. This is going to be the last episode for Junior Pro Talk Season 1. We're going to wrap up this whole season and kind of give it our last hurrah for the outdoor season. Texas Shootout is coming up at the end of this month. And after that, really, it's only hunting season. So we're going to give it a little break. As soon as indoor starts firing up again, we'll start back up and be ready to go with Season 2. We're in the process of getting some T-shirts together and our logos and everything, so that'll be a good, solid break between there. That brings me to the next point. While we get everything together. This is going to be the last episode for Junior Pro Talk Season 1. Okay, there we go.
What was that?
I had something playing in the background.
Oh, okay, all right.
So, while that's our break's going on, we can just get everything together, get T-shirts rolling and everything. So I think it'll be good that it's a break. We've had a good run for Season 1, I guess you could say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Roy has had a kind of a busy week or a busy couple of days. What's going on with you, Roy?
Yes, I have. So basically, football is going good, and then a couple Fridays ago, boom, I was playing in a game, and about 5 plays in, I cut up field and completely tore my ACL and a little bit of my meniscus. So what happened after that was I went in the hospital. I got an MRI, and when when the doctor told me I had a torn ACL, I was kind of astonished. Like I didn't think it was that serious, but so we got a surgery. We planned the surgery. I went down to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Oakleaf, their new facility, and last night actually had a surgery. It lasted about an hour and a half, so I was there pretty much all day getting my ACL repaired. So basically what they did was they took one of my hamstring ligaments out and put it in my knee where my ACL used to be, and then they clipped a piece of my meniscus off in my knee. So I'm having a little bit of a recovery going right now. So
that sounds like it's gonna. What's the recovery time on that?
they say recovery time on this will be, for full recovery, be 6 to 7 months for the full recovery, but I should be able to stand and shoot in about 3 weeks. So yeah,
okay. So especially with hunting season, I just thought of that. No climbing up tree stands.
No, I'm gonna be ground blind only for a little bit.
For the whole season, probably too, right?
Yeah. I might be able to catch late season, but
that stinks. Yeah. That's very
so
cool.
My mom's basically my servant. She just brought me in some cookies. So
can I have one of those, please?
Yeah, I wish I could give you one. So, yeah.
That stinks. And I've kind of just been getting ready for hunting season. Got the Carbon Spider dialed in. Shooting great. I got a 7-pin. I got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. It's been drilling them, so I really like this year's setup. It's just a killer setup. I'm loving all of it. And this weekend we have early doe in Michigan in the youth season, but me and all my friends and the Bleed It Outdoors crew is a little too old for the youth season now, so we're gonna try to do a little doe management. I'm gonna film my friend. Hopefully he can get a doe on the ground and we can get that video posted up on Bleed It Outdoors. If you want to look that up on YouTube, we got some good stuff up there. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. So last week on the Junior Pro Talk Facebook page, Brad sent us a message, a really nice long message, just kind of saying thanks and everything. We love the support. Thank you for sending us a message. But he asked us a couple questions. He's an avid bow hunter. He's been bow hunting for a couple years now, and he's been watching our videos. He's like, "Hey, I can do this too. I can shoot archery in the tournament and stuff." So he's gonna plan on going to the Lancaster Classic, and I actually plan on going to that this year too. But I've never been to the Lancaster Classic. But I heard it was an awesome shoot. You get a little bit of everything. You get the people that are just starting and kind of not really know what they're doing, all the way to the pros. Rio, Jesse, Bridger Deaton. All those guys are going to be there. So you get your wide variety of everything, and I heard it's a really put together shoot, and they actually have live broadcasting on it, which every shoot does not have, which is pretty cool. But Roy's been there. What do you think of the shoot, Roy?
I went there last year for the first time, and I thought it was awesome. I mean, basically everyone's there that you know on top, and then plus there's more people down in the lower end who don't really get around that much, but they're still there. I mean, it's just a really fun shoot. Shooting shooting space last year was a little narrow, but this year they got a new building that we're going into, so
Okay.
should be a little bit better. But Lancaster is, I mean, it's a great place. I mean, you got the shooting there, and then you can go over to the pro shop and look at all their gear and pick up some new arrows if you want. I mean,
Yeah,
get some new.
I
Get some,
bet. Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been to that facility 5 years ago, I believe. There was Joe at Nationals, uh, right around there. I forget where it was, but I think it was right in Lancaster. But Joe at National was there, and we stopped by at the Lancaster store and walked around and stuff. So it's a cool place. So
Yeah.
you'll definitely have a good time there, Brad. It'll be tons of fun. Another question that he had for us was, how do you prepare yourself for your first shoot or a shoot in general? So that's kind of a broad question because every archer, every person kind of takes that a little bit differently. If you talk to Real Wild, it's going to be different than someone going into their very first shoot ever. Um, but let's say I was going to Lancaster Classic. Practice schedule, the basics. I would definitely 2 weeks prior start practicing every day. Build up my endurance because you'll be shooting. How many arrows do you shoot a day there, Roy? 72?
Yeah. What was that?
Do you shoot 72 arrows a day, or how many arrows do you shoot a day?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 72 arrows.
70
Yeah.
something? Yeah, okay. So, you're shooting quite a bit a day, and you need to get your endurance up. You can't just show up to the shoot and
Yeah.
like you're going to shoot good scores. So, for sure, practice, work your way up to it, and start, by the first couple days leading up to the shoot, get up to, maybe 150 arrows a day, or if you don't have that time, at least up to 72 arrows a day. So,
Mhm.
just work your endurance up, and that'll especially help when you're under pressure and you can shoot your shots and your form's good. So that's one thing I especially like to do. For the mental side, um, you just want to make sure that you have the right mindset, that you're going there and you want to perform your best, and you don't want to be like, well, this is my first shoot, so I might not do really good, so I really don't care if I do bad. That's not a good mindset. You want to have a mindset of showing up to the shoot, even though it's your first shoot or first big shoot, knowing that you're going to shoot the scores you can shoot, and not having the opposite of that mindset. So, what do you do, Roy, when you're preparing for a tournament?
Preparing for a tournament, I mean, basically I go through what you do. A couple weeks before the tournament, 2 to 3, I'll start shooting every day at the same face that I'm going to be shooting at the tournament.
Yeah, that's a good point. Make sure you're
Yeah,
shooting the same.
you're shooting the face and the size. Also with shooting the face, I'll do a lot of blank bailing in between. I'll start out with blank bail each day, and then I'll go into shooting my score, and then I'll end with blank bailing again, just to keep my form in check and make sure everything's clicking how it goes. So and that's pretty much what I do. And I slowly, as the shoot comes, I start increasing the amount of arrows per day. and then the day before the shoot, I just give it a break. I don't shoot before the day. Well, I shouldn't say I don't shoot before the day before the shoot, but I tend to cut back a little bit and just maybe just do some blank billing and some light scoring.
Yeah.
Nothing.
A rule of thumb I like to go by is don't shoot on your travel day.
Yes.
Driving, you're flying, whatever. Don't shoot that day. Have the day of rest. Traveling's hard on you. Just set the bow down. Shoot the day before you travel because
Hmm.
you still want your endurance and your form down and everything. But don't shoot on your travel day. And then on practice day, go ahead and shoot your normal. Maybe shoot 30 arrows, 50 arrows. Don't overdo it. Don't show up and shoot 200 arrows and then the next day just like freak out. That wouldn't be good. Emily's done that a few times, our first few tournaments, and wore herself out on practice day,
Yeah.
and that's not good to do. So just nice and easy on practice day and going into the tournament with a good mindset. Okay, so one final question. He's asking. It's a little early for indoor, he said, but it's okay because it's the next thing on the roster on the list. Is what kind of indoor equipment do we shoot? And he kind of leaned towards arrows specifically. Um, Coming from outdoor, you're shooting either ACCs or Pro Tours or any of the Carbon Express smaller diameter arrow, and you can shoot a smaller diameter arrow for indoors, but you kind of lack the advantage for the line cutter line cutter term, I guess you could say. So depending on what tournament you shoot, if you're shooting FIDA or NAA stuff, you have a maximum diameter of 23. So I shoot the X23s for anything JOAD related, NAA related, stuff like that. But stuff like Lancaster, Vegas, the NFAA stuff, you're allowed to shoot up to a 23 diameter. So I actually have both the setups depending on what how they're shooting really, or what tournament I go to. Like I had X23 shooting so good out of my bow last year that I just ended up shooting them for Vegas, even though I could shoot a thicker diameter arrow. But I'm pretty sure Roy, you shoot Easton's X23s too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm shooting the X23s.
Okay.
I tried the X27s, but I felt like the smaller diameter with the 150 grain tips in them. I felt like I was getting a little bit better score with them. I don't know if it was enough to show a difference, but I mean that's just what I was confident with. So
Yeah. One thing, if you don't want to spend the money and buy both arrows, I'd recommend just getting the 23s because you can shoot both styles, NAA and NFAA, and they still hit the middle. An X is an X. It's just the oops shots that the extra little diameter arrow gives you a little bit of extra oomph.
yeah.
But the downfall with having a little bit thicker arrow is they're a little bit slower. So if you have a tendency that I have a lot is dropping my bow arm, and when I do drop my bow arm, the thicker arrow exaggerates that greatly. So with a little bit thinner arrow, lighter arrow, I get a little bit more forgiveness in my form. But it doesn't mean that the X27s won't shoot good because they shoot phenomenal.
Hmm.
So there's some insight on some arrows, and for I kind of brought all my little accessories up. For scope, I'm just gonna run through my indoor setup. For scope, I'm just running the TrueBall XL Achieve with a Sherlock scope housing with the super black eagle glass, and I just have a little black dot in there. I shoot the setup indoor and outdoor. I don't change anything for this. I don't change to a pin or a different color dot or anything. So this setup is pretty rock solid, and I love the Excel sights and just how tight all the um, adjustments are and everything. So it's just a great setup. And Roy, you shoot Excel too, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. This year I was running the X3000, but I think that, coming into this indoor season, I'm gonna pick up one of the new Achieve sites.
The
Um,
carbon
for
bar.
Yeah, with the carbon bar, yeah. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm shooting the True Ball HT Pro Brass, and I think I'm definitely gonna get one of those Honey Badger claws. I mean, I tried out Jonathan's, and that thing is slick, dude.
I know. I mean, this thing, I've shot the HT for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I love the HT. I mean, I haven't shot anything besides the HT.
Hmm.
And I picked this thing up, and it's like the HT on steroids.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love the heaviness of it. I love the little grooves all in there that keep your fingers nice and
Hmm.
locked in. The peg adjustments, there's 3 adjustments right there. I just kept it where the factory is, and that little hook on the end is just so cool.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
It adds that extra oomph and keeps your finger locked in.
Hmm.
And it's got the same head adjustments on it. If you look right there, it has hot written on it, and there's a little set screw in the bottom right there, and then another screw right there, and that's adjusted, and you can just watch that thing move as you adjust it, and it's super, super, super easy. I just love it. Looking forward to shooting it indoor. I shot one tournament, the Fall Classic, just a local shoot here with it, and it was windy conditions, and it worked awesome. So I'm looking forward to using this for the indoor season. So there's
Yeah.
that.
What are you thinking for bows, Chris? Are you gonna stick with your pro comps, or are you gonna get something new?
Well, Hoyt's going to release their new line of bows in October, and who knows what they're going to come out with. I love my Pro Comps. If they keep the same line of Pro Comps and don't change anything with it, I'll for sure just still be rocking the Pro Comps. But if
Hmm.
they come out with something new and wicked awesome,
Yeah.
it's going to be tempting.
Yeah.
But I don't know, or maybe even the FX. You know,
Hmm.
George, Jesse, a couple other guys shoot the FX. I don't know. I'll have to. I haven't really put a lot of thought into that. I'll definitely have to be thinking once they release the new bows. So, and I heard they are shut up and give me your money
Oh
good.
yeah. That's what George said. So.
Yeah, yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
All right, well, guys, I think that's all we have for tonight. Um, went over. If you're just tuning in now, we went over indoor setup. Go ahead and rewind that. Go over all that. And this is the last episode for season 1. It's been a great ride for season 1. Can't wait for season 2. Junior Pro Talk, everyone. Thanks for coming by.